Beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you here once again. I'm sure most of you enjoyed the back to school series. I know you did. I know. And if you haven't watched those videos, please, you can go on my channel and watch them. Today I'll be talking about a very important topic. Yeah, and you know all the things I talk about on this channel are important, right? And they are valuable. So today I bring to you another valuable topic. Okay, so most of you know the story, and you know the story about an orphan girl, a girl called Esther. Before I get right into that video, if you're just tuning in for the first time, you're welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your love. Thank you. And if you're just watching it, please don't forget to like this video and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Do that. Just click. Okay, yeah, without wasting much time, I want to talk about Esther. I have been reading, or have read the book of Esther severally, and I can't get enough of it. You know, person that believes that the Bible has, like, reading the Bible has numerous answers, has numerous lessons for us to apply in our world today. And so I just thought to share some lessons I learned from the life of Esther. Now, there are lessons you go pick from the book of Esther. I'll do a video on that one some other time, but the life of Esther, there are lots of lessons, and I want to share them with you, especially for young girls today, because today we find ourselves in a world that everything goes, everything is in vogue, but really, what's the real thing? So let's start about Esther. For those who know the Bible story, you know that Esther was an orphan girl who was taken from Israel to Persia. Now, I'm not going to bore you with history and where Persia is and blah blah blah, but just know that Esther was an orphan girl. She had lost her mom and lost her dad, and her uncle Mordecai, you know, raised her as his own, and so she became his word. And so there, you know, like we have now, there's a beauty pageant, but at that time the king, for some reasons, threw away his wife. That would be another video I'm going to make. And so he needed a new wife, and so there was a beauty pageantry to choose a new wife, and Esther was among the girls. Now, what can we pick from this young girl? Number one lesson that I picked and I want to share with you all is that be your person. Now, when Esther got into the competition, let me use the word competition, and you know, all the ladies, the beautiful ladies, were competing to be the wife of the king. Now, the Bible tells us that Esther was fair, she was beautiful. Let me use layman English. She was beautiful, pleasant to look at. Now, I know people think that beauty, yes, beauty is, you know, yeah, I'm beautiful, right? Look at it. Yeah, but beauty is more than skin. Beauty has to do with your person, your character. Now, the Bible also tells us that Esther did everything that she was supposed to do. She didn't do more. I know that, you know, when you go for competition, like, you want to show yourself, hey, I don't arrive. You want to show yourself. You'll be doing like extra. That was not Esther. She was not forming in who she wasn't. She was her person. She was comfortable in the person she was. Young girls out there, you do not need to form to be who you are not. You don't need to borrow clothes to show. I see many people, I think I saw a tweet, or I'm not sure what I saw, but someone said she borrowed a weave or a wig from someone, and for some reason the thing got missing, and the person who she borrowed it from someone else. So it's a very funny thing. You know, we borrow to impress, and who are we impressing? Let's face it. Who are we trying to impress? So Esther was comfortable in her skin. She was her own person. You know, Esther was not carried away by what social media had to say. She was not carried. She knew her value. Dear young girl, know your value. See, you are the daughter of a king. If no one has told you, I'm telling you, you are the daughter of a king. And there's something when I was in high school, we had seniors coming, like ex-students coming to our fellowship and just talk to, and there's one thing they will say: anyone finer than you is too fine, anyone taller than you is too tall, you are made and perfect in God's image. And it was like we're just hyping ourselves, but really you're perfect the way you are. The one who created you perfectly. There was no mistake about it. If the one that, see, and it's funny, you ask some guys, why did you marry this guy? Because she had open teeth, and that open teeth, now wait till you don't, they like, I want to close it, and that's what someone else is liking, So dear young girls, you are beautiful the way you are. You are awesome the way you are. Carry yourself. You are the king's daughter, and carry yourself as such. I don't, are you familiar with this phrase? I'm now an adult, so you cannot tell me what to do. I am now my own person. You can't tell me what to do. Please. I have brains. I can think. I'm my person. Yeah, I know many people say that. I'm now an adult. I know what to do. But not Esther. Even when she became queen, she became queen, she became queen, she still listened to Mordecai. Young girls of today, I don't know why we feel like we can't listen to our elders, like they don't know anything. Really, they don't know anything. The stage you are in, they've crossed that stage, They have. And so they have wealth of advice to give to you. Listen to those ahead of you. So, back to Esther. Esther listened to Mordecai. The Bible records that she continued to do as Mordecai told her to do, as if she was still in his care. She continued to do. She was not puffed up. That's number 2. Don't be puffed up. Whatever status, whatever heights you get to, do not be puffed up. Do not think that you've arrived and then you are your own God and then you can't listen to anyone. No, do not be puffed up. Do not be puffed up. And while I'm still on that, listen to advice, but I want to sound this loud and clear that it's not every advice you listen to. Now, when you're listening to advice, listen to sound advice from matured Christians, matured people who know what they're saying, people. And when you listen to the advice, what's the word now? Like, this is the advice. This is the word of God, Let it rhyme. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. The word is not coming out of my mouth, but this is the advice they're giving to you, and this is the word of God. There should be no, how do I explain this now? But I think you get what I'm trying to say. Pardon me. Number 3 thing we can learn from Esther. Now, when Esther went into the beauty pageantry, Mordecai told her, see, as they go this place, no tell anyone where they come from. Oh, pardon me for my non-Nigerian listeners. When Esther got into the beauty pageantry, Mordecai told her never to tell anyone where she was from. See, learn to be discreet. It's not everything we put on social media. It's not everything we tell people. There's time for everything, Finally, she got to tell the king, right, where she came from, later when she became queen. But at that point, it was not necessary. There are some information that are not necessary. Do not give them out. Yes, I know you went for vacation, you went to Seychelles, you went to Maldives, good. But is this the time to tell the whole world? But I'm not saying you should not post your pictures, but I'm just saying that we should learn to be discreet. It's not everything that we loud to blow a trumpet about. I know this is dicey, but sometimes not all truths need to be spoken out. Still, no lie should be told. Now, Esther didn't tell the organizers, the king, where she was from. But the Bible didn't record that it was required of them, right? It was required of the contestant to say where they were from. Now, she didn't tell a lie because it was not required of her. I don't know if you get it. It's kind of dicey, but the summary is that learn to be discreet. It's not every time you open your mouth to say anything, but when you say anything, say the truth. At the end of it, she told the king where she was from. I hope we're clear on that. So please do not misquote me. Do not say that, oh, this lady asked us not to tell. No, I didn't tell you not to tell the truth. Always say the truth, but learn when to say the truth. Number 4 thing we can learn from Esther is courage. I mean, which woman, which person goes into fire? Like, the law says if you go to the king at a certain time, this is what's going to happen to you. She knew that she may have to lose her life, but then if she doesn't go, she lose her life. If she goes, she lose her life. I mean, that's courage for me. She's courageous. She damned the consequences and like, no, I have to do this. She was like, I'm just thinking, if I was one, will I want to save my own head. I don't know about you, but I think I want to save my head. But that's not Esther. She's like, no way, damn the consequences. I'm going to save everybody. I think that's a lesson on courage from this young lady. We can all learn to be courageous, to stand for Christ in our schools, in our workplace. Let's learn to be courageous. We need to stand for what we believe. We need to fight for what we believe in. And victory will be ours. Yes, victory will be ours. Lesson that we can learn from Esther is to have war friends. Now, when Mordecai told her that this is the plan to eliminate the entire people of Israel and you will not be left behind, you also be eliminated, what did she do? She said, okay, all of you pray for me. My handmaidens will pray. She had war friends. She wasn't fighting this battle alone. She had people who were fighting it with her. See, to move ahead, to travel, to have victory in life, we need to have war friends. Friends who will stand with us in the place of prayer. Friends who will bombard heaven and say, Father, hey, if we don't do this, we're not leaving you. Oh, have war friends. Do you have friends who are willing to stand for you, especially when you are down? You know, it's very important that you have war friends. If you don't have war friends, please do get war friends, and be careful about picking your war friends. Not everybody is your war friend, because your war friends are your close confidants. Your war friends should not be people who have leaking mouth, because you confide in them, right? Because you tell them precedents happening in your life and they pray alongside with you. So you don't need people who have leaking mouth. Another lesson, I think is the last lesson. We should learn to be tactful and not hasty. Now, after praying and everything, and she requested for a banquet, you know, when the king asked her, I'm going to give you even half of my kingdom. She was like, okay, this is what? No, she was tactful. I don't even know how she got the idea to prepare the banquet. You know, she prepared the banquet. The king was happy and everything. And she's like, the king was like, tell me, what is your problem, woman? And she's like, don't worry, come another time. Come. See, we need to be tactful. We don't need to be hasty. We don't want to, you know, we don't have to do it now. Chillax. Take your time. Put all your things in order. And then when you hit well. Yeah. No, she carefully selected her words. That woman was what she was not only brave, she was wise. Esther was wise. God! She was wise, though. A confident and courageous woman. She was a voice to the voiceless. And we need to take up the risks and speak up for people who do not have the voice. These are a few lessons that I learned from the orphan girl, Esther. I don't know what lessons you also learned from her. Please do well to share also in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video, share, and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Till I come your way next time, keep living intentional. Bye for now.